Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome back to Stranded Alien Dawn, where things are ticking over very well indeed. Our food is being kept lovely and cold over here, we have plenty of fuel going on now, and also, rather wonderfully, people are now fully clothed again, which is excellent news, particularly for those people who did have to wander about in their underpants for a bit. So yeah, it's all looking pretty good, it's all going quite well, and what we're going to do today is concentrate on defence, because a lot of people in the comments have said, please sort your defences out, because they are practically non-existent. You need to get it sorted, because otherwise a great big load of bugs are going to appear one day, they're going to kill everybody, and then it's going to be series over. And do you know what? Yes, I hear you commenting, people. So we're going to try to get our defences sorted out today. Big job number one, get that wall sorted. So get time ticking on. Let's complete that wall there. So that'll be quite good. Getting that in will be a very handy step toward getting proper defences, because then I think at least, as I understand it, the bugs are going to come in through here. They're going to come in through this gap. Hang on a second. Hang on. The hot air balloon has come back. What lovely things did we pick up? We picked up 50 scrap metal. And that's it. Do you know what? It's no bad thing. We could turn that into alloys, and then we can use those to make exciting things. But yeah, maybe something a little bit more fancy would have been a tad more exciting. But there we go, never mind. Now, do we have another thing to actually go out and look at? Did we get something last time? Hang on. Remind me, game. There was another thing. Wasn't there something else? Yeah, peculiar crash site. There you go. Yeah, a particularly weird looking bit of spaceship fell down. So why is there something peculiar about its shape? I think, let's get the ship refueled. So get the balloon refueled. I think it is refueled now. And then possibly we send somebody else out, because Nova, I imagine, is quite tired. How are you looking, Nova? Where's your tiredness meters? There we go. So yeah, you're completely exhausted. How long is that thing going to hang around for? How long is that other thing going to hang around for? It doesn't have a kind of... it doesn't have an end point. I assume because, it's crashed where it landed and it's going to stay there until we go and look at it, I suppose. So, yeah, it's not going to expire like the other ones are. So we could potentially leave that until tomorrow and then send Nova back out to take a look at that. Because Nova's our explorer now. I think that's her official job there. So there we go. Right, we'll do that. Okay, so tick time on again. Yes, so before I get interrupted by a balloon, I was saying that, yeah, as far as I'm aware, because there is now a big gap over here in the defences, the bugs are going to come over here. So they're at least coming in, from one direction. So we're not sort of open on all sides, just this little bit over here. So I guess that's a tiny improvement in defences. I mean, it's not flawless, but it's a tiny improvement. But then we're going to try as best we can to plan out a trap corridor, because everybody loves a trap corridor. Who doesn't love one of those? So we're going to try and get one sort of at least planned. It might not get completed, but at least kind of planned out over here. That would be wonderful. And I have been making a few little sketches, trying to work out what the best idea for a trap corridor might be. We might possibly have to shorten this bit of wall over here. We might need to shorten this, because I do have a bit of an idea to try and funnel the baddies around two different directions. I'm not quite sure which way they will go, but try to funnel them into two different directions. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on, wait there, aggressive animals. And then, yeah, put sort of turrets and, towers on one side, turrets and towers on the other. And that means no matter which way they go, we can shoot at them, but also it might sort of split the animals into two groups, which might potentially make it a little bit easier for them to pick them off. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It might not work like that. That might not work at all, but we'll give it a go. Okay, so insufficient materials. We need 201 bits of wood. We're trying to get that from those trees there, so that should be okay. However, aggressive animals, 8. Aggressive bloated insects. Oh, hang on. We've never been attacked by these before. Oh, it's these things. Oh, they've become all grumpy with us. Normally they're okay with us, aren't they? Aren't they sort of okay? There were some over here, weren't there, once upon a time? Okay, they've gone now. Right, so we're going to get attacked by these things. We don't really know that much about them. However, if we are able to pick a few off, where are they? Up here. If we can pick some off, then possibly we could observe them at a later point and try to find out more about them. But, okay, so 8 of them. They're up here. They are going to come down toward the hole in the defences, which is quite good. So at least, that's something. So I think, what time is it? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully, if they can just hold off for a little while, they could attack in the morning when we can see them, and that might give us a little bit of an advantage fighting in the daylight, possibly. So what's everybody up to? 5 people are asleep, and Nova's going to sleep. Okie doke, right, Nova, you go and get a bit of sleep, catch up on a bit of rest, and then you'll tick time on, and then we'll just see when the animals attack. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to be in the daylight hours. Actually, hang on a second, before the attack begins, we do have a few little bits and bobs I would like to get sorted out, because if I don't do it now, I am going to completely forget. You all know what I'm like. The attack will happen, and then I'll go and do something else. I'll be observing animals, and then research will be happening, and other things will be going on, and I'll forget these 2 little things. So, little thing number 1, a few people did say, don't use the vegetable oil to make the fuel. You can get loads of fuel made from other things, don't use the vegetable oil, because at some point in the future, you might need it to cook fancy food. So I think we make it over here, don't we? So yeah, at the moment, yeah, we are using 10 lots of vegetable oil. So liquid fuel, don't use vegetable oil. You can use animal fat all you like, but don't use the vegetable oil. And I think as well, did we not unlock the palm fuel stuff? Did we not do that? Hang on, research. We did do that, but maybe you can't make fuel with that. Maybe make something else with that? I'm not entirely sure. Vegetable oil. Oh, they both come from the same source. Oh, so it might not be so bad. It might not be so bad, but okay, for now we'll stop it. We'll stop the fuel being made with vegetable oil. If we find ourselves completely awash with vegetable oil, then we'll switch that back on. But for now we'll switch it off because people in the comments have said to do that. And the people in the comments tend to know more about this game than I do. So do you know what? I'm going to listen, people in the comments. So there we go. That's switched off. And then I notice over here, we have our fancy electric cooking stove up and running. Look at that. A fancy stove. Okay, so I think now, can we copy all of the things from here? So can we copy all of this? Let's copy the, mirror. Select another device to mirror its list of tasks. Yes, absolutely. So that, can we please mirror that list of tasks over there? And then we can look over here so we can see that it's not mirrored it at all. Okay, good. I'm glad that's a useful feature there. That doesn't do anything at all. Okay, right, hang on a minute. Let's go back over here and set this up then. So, electric cooking stove, hot drinks, stimulating tea, and regular tea. So that tea is what we have from a dandelion spore. So how about we do the thing where we get 20 of that, I think it was. Was it 20 tea? I think it was. We'll have 20 tea. Do until you have 20 tea, please. So get that done. Got 22 in stock. How much do we have in here? 20. How do we make 22 then? Okay, I don't quite know how that happened. Right, then veggie soup and meat soup is until we have 6 each. And that's fine. So, quick recipes. So, and porridge as well. So do until we have 6 of that, please. So do until we have 6. And then quick recipes. Hang on. Yeah, they're both there now. Veggie soup, do until you have 6. That's wonderful. Don't use the pickled vegetables. Use the other things. You can use the dandelion spores if you want to. But use the pickled vegetable. No, don't use those because you can just snack on those. That's fine. So like that. And then we go to quick recipes. Do some meat soup. Again, do until you have 6. Use either of these. That's fine. Okay, anything else? Emergency rations. Yeah, do until we have 10 of those, possibly. And you know what? Just chuck anything into there. Maybe not a pie, actually. Don't put a pie into there. I feel like that's a bad thing. A pie should be savoured and enjoyed, not just chucked into some emergency rations. So, do you know what? Anything else, turn into emergency rations, but the pies are special. So there we go. And I think that's it for the quick stuff. We could cook some emergency rations. We can't bother to do that. Right, tasty recipes and chef's recipes. Okay. Bread. Meat stew? Ooh, we've got new options. How long have these been here? And I've just not noticed. Okay, so how about then looking at this? If we've got fancier options, make 6 lots of grain porridge, that's fine, but only make 3 lots of veggie soup, 3 lots of meat soup, and then in tasty recipes, we want to make a few of these. So yes, do until you have 4 pies, because they'll be in the freezer, so it's fine, so they can freeze. And then, no, not that one. That one there, meat stew. What do we need to make a meat stew? So let's have a quick look. So we need 10 meat and 5 oils. There we go. That's what we need the oils for. Okay. Right. So I think, make it out of anything you like. Make it out of anything. And do until you have 3 of those. So 3 lots of meat stew. And then 3 lots of veggie stew. This is exciting. Maybe don't use... Do we let them use the pickled vegetables for that? Do you know what? It's fine. Mix it all up. Make an exciting veggie stew with buttermelon and spores and pickled veg, and it's going to be a taste sensation. And then bread. I mean, it's not very exciting, is it? It's not an exciting thing. No, we'll do without bread for now. And then chef's recipes. Sweet meat bites. Ratatouille. Ratatouille is somebody's favourite food. I forget which person, but yeah, they do say they like a ratatouille. We need chew roots and beef berries. Oh, beef berries sound fantastic. Okay, we can't make that right now, but we could make this. So sweet meat bites. Do until we have 3 of those, using vegetable, animal fat, palm meat, raw insect meat, and then sweet syrup. How do we make the syrup? I'm fairly certain we have made it before. We have got some, I'm sure, but I don't know how it's made. I can't quite recall how we make it. It's not going to be in there, I don't think, is it? Where does the syrup come from? I cannot remember where it comes from. Okay, maybe it is on here somewhere. Liquid fuel, spear, bandages. Did we find some? Did we find some syrup, or is it made on the campfire? Is it made in here somewhere? Do you know, I can't remember. I can't recall. Hang on, I might have to go and look in the sort of little help index thing, if I can find where that is, and just see how we make syrup. Ah, yes, all right, of course. It's from these little things over here, these sort of 7-sided plants. Are they plants? I'm not quite sure. Are they little kind of mushroomy things or rock formations or what? I don't really know, but whatever the case, it's from these heptagonia plants. So we can harvest 10 sweet syrup from one of those. So do you know what? Let's grab a little bit of it from there, shall we? Just grab, what's that, 5 lots of it? So that'll be 50 syrup. So we could possibly get some cooking done over there and make some lovely sweet meat treats, which do sound very nice indeed. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to get done. Sort out the cooking stove over there, and then also make sure we weren't using all our vegetable oil to turn into actual fuel. So there we go, that's that done. That also means, really, we can then dismantle this. We can take this apart. So yeah, deconstruct that, because we don't need that anymore, because we've got the fancy one over there. That's all very good. How are we doing for electronic components? We're down to 0, I assume, because yeah, that took 1, didn't it, to make? Okie doke. Right, so just a quick check. All of the cooked meals are being put in there, and all of our raw food is being put in there. And I don't think we shouldn't be storing raw food anywhere else now, because I think that's really big. It's a big old thing. Look, it can hold another... Oh no, hang on, maybe not. You might need another freezer, possibly. Hang on. Okay, do not take all these stuff off the shelves, because I don't think there is enough room for it to go in here. So possibly we need to get another freezer to store some more things. Another fridge, possibly. Sorry, not a freezer. We'll get another fridge. So we'll have 2 fridges storing the raw ingredients, and then 1 fridge storing the cooked food. And that, I think, will sort everything out in terms of cooking stuff. Okie dokie, wonderful. Right, get time ticking on. There are now, hang on, 7 aggressive animals. Are we being helped out over here? Are we being helped out once again by the local wildlife? Oh, this is very good. Who's helping us out? Who's helping? Somebody's clearly taken down one of the animals. Who's injured? Is it you? Strange, aggressive, bloated insect-y thing. They do look very, very strange, don't they? They look very odd. You're attacking that thing. Oh, is it you? Is it flat-headed friend? Yay for flat-headed friend. Or maybe not. Down to 6. Something. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it is. It's over here, look. It's over here. It's a Draca. It's our flat-headed friend. And also, are you joining as well, flying insect? Maybe they're joining in too. But look, you're doing your best to get a bit fighty with them. You are taking some damage, and these guys do let out clouds of, I don't know what that is, clouds of, let's say, noxious gas, shall we? I assume it's not going to smell nice. Yeah, I think that just fired at that thing. I think that is also joining in the fight. Oh, so now we're down to 6 animals that we have to deal with. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. Thank you again, local wildlife. This is why we haven't been hunting you, because you're actually quite nice and we like you. Now, Annette is doing some cooking. Cave dweller, it came up with there. Oh, yeah. We haven't put a light in here, or a carpet, indeed. So it's a bit, in fact, it's going to be pitch black in there by the light. Oh, yeah. The light from the freezers might light it up, but that's not going to be great, is it? So we'll get a light in there, And then also, yes, get some carpet in there too, because that's important. But job number 1, we need to fight off the animals. So here we go. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, let's wait for them to get on with it. But they're attacking now. Right, okay. Everybody, assemble. Gather all you lot. Draft you. Put you over here, please. If you could all stand outside, that would be fantastic. I think 2 people might be standing in the kitchen. Not overly useful. Let's see. And where are they? So they are coming down here. They're very slow. They're very ponderous, these things. They're taking their time. Also, I think I saw one of them is injured. One of them is bleeding, so they're going to take damage before they even get to us. Down to 5 already. Down to 5. Maybe the one that was bleeding has just sort of bled out over there somewhere. I don't know. Right, who's not being helpful? Right, okay, hang on a minute. You come here, please. And you come here. And then everyone else is kind of in a position to fire at them. Okie doke, wonderful. So now we just sort of... we wait for the onslaught. Xenoflora blight 5 plants. Okay. Annette, you do have a crossbow, but you're not that good at fighting. You're indifferent to combat. You're not really interested. How about we undraft you, and you can go and sort out the blight on the plants. Hang on, where is that? 5 grain cobs. I know we need those. Cut that, please. Right, so Annette, if you could... go and do that. That would be fantastic. Yeah, go and cut that grain cob. You go and get that sorted. So you can poodle off. Maybe go... yeah, go inside. That's a good route to take because there are monstery things coming this way. So, are we all ready to fire? Nova, are you ready to have a shot at these? Because you can get them from far away. Ooh! Okay, you really were ready to have a shot at those, and you've killed one of them. Okay, your ranged weapon it's very slow. But against these guys, it's particularly brilliant. Okay. Oh, and look, Yoko observed death. So Yoko's having a lovely time. Okay, don't get on the wrong side of Yoko. And then everyone's going to fire. That one is dead. 2 more animals coming our way. The one at the back is huge. That's a Mahusive one. That one is also dead. This one is now regretting its life choices. And one more good shot, possibly from Nova, will finish that off. And there we go. Done. I think that's it. We're all sorted. That was not as troublesome as I thought it might be. I thought they might be a little bit more of a nuisance. But no. They're a bit sort of whiffy looking. But we've dealt with that quite well, I think. Okay, so everyone now go and do some stuff. However, we do want to go and observe one of these. So those 3, you can butcher those, because that's going to be quite good. And that one, go and observe it, somebody. Because that also is going to be quite helpful. Maybe they've got useful things on them. I do not know. So here we go. Talas, go and look at this great big dead insect thing. Have a lovely fun time with that. You get all the best jobs. A few people have suggested as well that we possibly should grow our own trees so we don't have to keep leaving the base to chop things down over here. And, you know, maybe in the future we will do that. But right now, I think we're okay. Maybe as time passes and the monsters get more dangerous, we might possibly have to go and do that. But right now, I think we're okay. Discovery, man-hunting glutch. Oh, is that what that is? A glutch. That's a good name for it. The big bloated insect is slow is a slow and usually peaceful herbivore, which I named glutch. While not particularly dangerous, it secretes a corrosive substance which accumulates on its skin and is released as a toxic cloud when the creature shakes its body in fear. Engaging it from a safe distance seems like the best option. Okay, so it was a corrosive substance on its skin, so it wasn't like a cloud of internal gas, shall we say, for lack of a better phrase, but it was kind of a thing on their skin that just comes off when they have a little wiggle. Okay, yeah, wonderful, there we go. I mean, those ones were angry. I think most of them are kind of placid, aren't they? But those ones were a bit grumpy with us. Right, butcher that. I imagine we must get a decent amount of meat off of one of these. They're big. They're big, huge things. So yeah, that could be quite good. One thing we possibly should look at over here is putting the dining table over here, maybe. That would be quite good. Maybe if we could just build the little sort of lounge bit here nice and quick when that wall's done. Build the lounge bit because, yeah, they get their food from here, but then they have to go all the way over here to eat it. So they're wasting quite a bit of time wandering back and forth, which is a bit of a nuisance. So, yeah, maybe we could do that at some point. I think, though, it's come to the end of the day, hasn't it? So people are over here. Nova's playing the didgeridoo. Okay, Nova, tomorrow you can get in the balloon and go on a fun trip. That's what you can do. Hopefully these animals are still going to be there. And there's a thunderstorm. Okay, this might work out quite well This might work out quite well. Oh yeah, lots of people in the comments said that we should wire up our lightning rods to the batteries, because apparently that means that if the lightning hits a lightning rod, it charges the battery. Now, I don't know how exactly we do that. How do we do that? Control circuit. I mean, it's the battery's there and the lightning rod is there. I mean, do you want to move the battery so it's next to the lightning rod? Is that how we do that? I don't really know. I don't know how to connect them together, but that would be really good. That'd be fantastic if we could charge up the batteries via the use of lightning. That would be fantastic because, in the rainy season like it is now, it does get sort of, thunderstormy quite often, so that would be useful. I just don't know how to do it, but okay. We can't do it right now, I don't think. We'll watch that one, actually. We'll watch this and see if it gets hit by lightning. So that did just get hit by lightning. Has that charged the battery up? I don't think it did. I don't think it... Oh, that's on 807. Maybe it did. Hang on, 795. It's ticking down. It's ticking down. Let's keep watching. 771. 758. We're now on lightning watch. This is what the game is now, folks. We're going to sit and watch to see if lightning hits a thing. Okay, it is ticking down. If everybody could go to bed, now is the perfect time to get out of... Yeah, it does. It is connected. Oh my goodness me. That just charged the power battery by what, about 200, 250 points? That's fantastic. Okay, that's really, really good. Ember is getting something to eat. I like how they can't possibly cope with just eating in this room. They have to go and sit down to eat. Okay, so you decided, instead of just eating in this room, you thought, do you know what? No, I'm going to go and get soaking wet, go out into a thunderstorm to eat this porridge. That's what I need to do now. Okie doke, that's fine. Right, you're working on the defences over here. If we could do some buttering over here, that would be quite good. There you go. Here we go. Buttering over here. Wonderful stuff. And we're out of wood. So we are going to need to get some more wood from up here, possibly. I mean, do we just plant a little bit of tree? Do we plant a little tiny tree area in that corner there? I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure right now, but we have got all the meat off those, which is wonderful. We can turn that into lovely food and oil and everything else. That's all very good. And Ember's just transporting the final few bits. Okie doke, right, that's wonderful. And also, while we're here actually, can we get some floor, get some stone floor? Can we put in the stone floor just there? Can we get that done? We are 48 bits of stone short. Botherations, okay, fine. Let's go back over here and grab some more stone. There's plenty of it, look over here. It's not a sort of a problem to go and grab it. Rock chunks and rock. We will have that, please. Thank you very much. Let's not forget Nova, actually. Nova, would you like to go up in the balloon again and go and look at a weirdly shaped bit of spaceship that crashed? Yes, you would. Okay, wonderful. Right, so expeditions. Can we please go and look at the peculiar crash site? Nova, you can go out and do that. Send expedition. There you go. So Nova's not going to be here, but given that we did just have an attack, I think it's unlikely the game is going to give us another one so soon. So fingers crossed we don't get attacked again while Nova, one of our fighty people, is away on a fun little jaunt out into the middle of nowhere looking at weird bits of spaceship. I think they are doing a grand amount of cooking over here, and because it's not going off, the food is actually hanging around. Look, this is wonderful. We've got 20 storage slots in there, so we've got 17 more slots, and I think we can store multiple things in a slot. So, for example, we can store quite a lot of veggie soup in that slot. We can store quite a lot of porridge in that slot. I don't think it just stores 20 things. I think it's 20 different types of thing. At least I think that's how it works. So, yeah, that's quite good. Got 17 more slots available. Maybe we don't need another one of these. Maybe we don't need one. Although it wouldn't do any harm, I suppose. Might drain the batteries a little bit. But overall, I think it should be okay. But, yeah, look in here now. We've got 2 lots of veggie soup that's not going off. 3 lots of meat soup that's not going off, and 4 lots of porridge that's not going off. It's completely fantastic. Our food isn't going mouldy. It's a wonderful thing. Okay, right. Get time ticking on. Nova has gone away on her fun little jaunt out into the middle of nowhere. And it looks like over here as well, look. Hang on a minute. We'll come back to you in a minute, Nova. We can harvest these. So we should be able to get loads of buttermelons and loads of the dandelion spore things and then put them into here. They can come into here, they can be frozen, and they're just going to be around for as long as they need to be around. And then when some food gets used up, we can just top it back up with the food from the fridge. The freezer. Their freezer's not fridges, Penge, but there we go. That's really good. I'm very happy about that. One thing, again, hold on Nova a second. Hold the line, please. We are going to go to here, and we're going to go to flooring, and we're going to get... I mean, really, I sort of feel like in a kitchen, we shouldn't have carpet, because that's for comfort, isn't it? Maybe in the hallway here we could have carpet. Make the nice sort of hallway bit carpeted, but the kitchen, I sort of feel like it should have either like a wooden floor or maybe ceramic tiles. Possibly ceramics, because they're quite nice and easy. If you spill some food while you're cooking, you can wipe it clean. So maybe use a bit of stone, but I think we get some ceramic tiling into there. There we go. It's just 30 stone. That's okay. That's not a problem at all. Right. Okay, clear that, clear that. Right, Nova, what happened at the peculiar crash site? Tell me. Part of the debris caught my attention, so I went to investigate. Doing so, I found the remains of a communications hub and, with some effort, I was able to pull out an intact orbital radio core. What does that do? Should I be excited? It's got an exclamation mark after it, which makes me feel like it's an exciting thing. Hang on, I'll do that again. I was able to pull out an intact orbital radio core. Ooh, how exciting. With some research, it should be possible to use the core in the construction of orbital communication devices and contact any ships that pass near the planet. Oh, so it's like a rescue beacon type thing, a chance for salvation. Oh yeah, bring that back. Bring that back, absolutely. That's going to be very useful. Oh, that's like a key thing, isn't it? That's like a key thing for the game. That's why that sort of that expedition didn't expire, because you have to get that to presumably complete the game. Okay, no, right. That makes perfect sense. Old equipment. Yeah, loads of our equipment's old. It's fine game. Don't worry about it. It's all falling apart. We'll make some new stuff. We've researched CPU assembly. That's very good indeed. So we can now make our own CPU cores. That's wonderful. I imagine that might take quite a long time. That's going to be quite a laborious process, isn't it? But okay, let's see. So electronics, we want somebody to go and actually make some of those. Pulse rifles, in stock 0. We want to do it until we've got... Oh, yeah, we're doing one more. Okay, do you know what? For now, I think we can live without the pulse rifles. That's okay. But if we could now craft, yes, CPU cores. We've got 6 of them, actually. We have 6. Maybe do it until we have 2. And if we ever go below 2, if we go down to 1 or 0, we can get back over here and start making our own. But 6 seems okay right now. That seems like a good amount. One thing I would really like, look at that. Our charge now, it does dip quite low overnight. It didn't when the storm was happening, but I think without a storm, and without the battery being charged up by the power of lightning, which is all very dramatic, we do get very close to running out of power, which is quite bad. So possibly another solar panel and or wind turbine might be useful. Just some more stuff around to make more power would be very handy indeed. But okay, right, get time ticking on. Everybody's really busy doing 15 trillion things. I mean, I know I keep telling them to do the 15 trillion things, but everyone's really busy doing, flooring over here and flooring here and making food and tailoring trousers and researching automated turrets. That's actually key to what I would like to do out here. That's kind of important for this, because I do have a bit of a plan. I was sketching out an idea, and I don't know if it's going to work or not. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I think what we might need to do is make this a little bit shorter. In fact, we'll try and do that. We've got 56 things from that over there. I think the balloon's coming in, or there's a weird shadow happening. There we go. Hello, Nova. Welcome back. Annette is at risk of meltdown. Why is that? Okay, no, it's ticking back up again now. I think you might have had a momentary troublesome time, but now you've kind of sorted it out. Okay, no, right, that's fine. Right, so these bits of wall here, I think maybe we bring these back a little bit. In fact, maybe bring it back to about there, possibly. So can we deconstruct those? So somebody take those apart. That'll give us some more wood. Annette's still at risk of meltdown. Annette, come on. Crushingly unhappy. Okay, you played some music. Okay, I know what'll help. I know what will help. Do not worry. You can drink some tea. How long does the tea last? Oh, it's indefinite. Oh, okay. That's fine. The tea is indefinite. It lasts forever. There's the tea. Does it not count as a... Does tea not count as a cooked meal? Is it not a meal? What is it? Is it a medicine? What does tea count as? Other items. Oh, it's another item. Oh, okay. Eventually we do want that to be over here in the kitchen, I think. Or maybe in the dining room, like a little kind of tea chest. Oh yes, that'd be even better. Okay, that's what we're going to do. But yeah, if you're going to have some tea, Annette, that might help you. That might help you be a little bit less glum. There you go. Annette's got some tea, soaking wet, but just drink the tea, Annette. Drink the tea, have some food, don't get hit by lightning, and everything's going to be wonderful. Going to sleep, you enjoyed your beverage. Hopefully your mood will pick up overnight when you've had a bit of a rest and you're not quite so worn out. Spaceship junk. A large burning object, most definitely a chunk of a spaceship, was seen crashing in the distance. If left as it is, anything salvageable will perish in the following days. Okie dokie, right, I get it. A new expedition. Nova. Would you like to go up in the balloon? How are we looking for fuel? 150 fuel. Absolutely loads of it. Nova, how are you doing for tiredness and such like? You're okay, Nova. You're okay. I don't really want to send anybody else because Ember does quite a lot of the building work. Nova, you're going to have to go out again. Go on, Nova. It's going to be fun. You're going to have a lovely fun time. You get to see the world, Nova. It's all very exciting. Spaceship junk. I've got 4 days. 4 days until that's going to go away. Okay, do you know what? We're going to leave that until tomorrow to give Nova a full night's sleep, I think. And she can go when she's fully rested. We scavenge some more lovely bits of scrap metal. That's fantastic. And Talos is back over there salvaging again, which is good stuff. So really, my plan over here for the trap corridor does rely on knowing how big the automated turrets are. And I think that's what we're researching now. Yeah, automated turrets is what we're going for. It's going to take a while, but yeah, without that knowledge of how big they are, I can't really do any kind of planning over here because I don't know. They might just be just sort of on 1 square. There might be a 1 square thing, but they might fit on 2 squares. There might be a 2 by 2 thing. There might be 2 by 1. I don't know how big they are, so I can't really plan our trap corridor thing until I have that information. So we might have to wait quite a long time and just, let people poodle about, gather resources, top things up, go to bed, have some tea and all that kind of stuff until that's done. We might need to wait because I don't know how big they are, so I can't read too much about it. But yeah, it's going to go over here. I mean, it's going to be something a little bit different, but it's going to offer us the option of being able to use some good old automated turrets to fire at the baddies, some flamethrowers to fire at the baddies, and also we can have people in towers also firing at the baddies. That's my plan there. Will it work? I'm not entirely sure, but we'll give it a go. Unpowered devices 14. 14? Why has all the power gone off? The battery's gone out. Is it because it's raining? Was it because it was raining and we didn't get much solar power? Oh dear. Annette reached physical 1 though. But yes, we do have 14 devices unpowered. So all the light bulbs, that's not so bad. Not that bothered about the light bulbs. We do have 2 lots of electronics now. So we have a bit of a choice there. Do we get ourselves, hang on, go to power. We could get 2 wind turbines that produce 80 power potentially, but of course it's variable. That one at the minute is producing, it's producing 4 power. Okay, right, so that might be the issue there. That's not doing too much, but we could get 1 improved solar panel in that will produce 40 to charge the batteries up. I think we have to do that. I think that's what we have to do. So pop that there. Get that in, please, as soon as you can. I don't know what this does to the food. Does the food now start decaying? Does it start kind of going off? I imagine it would. Is it going to be... It's going to count as being under a roof, of course. I mean, really, if nobody opens the door, it should count as being refrigerated for a while. But yeah, we're going to have a bit of a disco going on. I think the lights are going to keep going on and off as the battery charges and then discharges. So little bit of a disco happening. But you know what? That's okay. That's fun. We can all do some dancing and, strut our funky stuff at the disco. It's all going to be lovely. Music night. When you have musical instruments, you have music. And music is everything that one needs to make a party. Let's gather and dance at 7 o'clock. Talas, did you hear about me talking about strutting your funky stuff? Is that where this came from? Because I'm all up for that. If you want to go and have a bit of a dance, that's absolutely fine. Do you know what? A great idea. Let's do it. That's all very good. However, I think as well, we do have a few other problems. So, good news, these solar panels are now working again. The sun's come up, so they're charging the battery, the power's on, that means the freezers are on, that's all very good. So, that's wonderful news. And there's a celebration, that's good. We have a bit of a severe xenoflora blight over with our dandelion trees. Oh no, they've all got to go. So what's that? 7 of the 9 of them. Oh no, what are we going to do for tea? It's going to be a disaster. And then also, some more animals are going to come and attack us. So 1 Scissorhands, 12 Scarabei, and 5 explosive ones. Oh dear. Right, okay, again, if our local animal friends could possibly take some of them on, a bit like what's going on over here. Hooray, Flathead friend. You are being a little bit sort of mobbed there, Flathead friend. If you could lead them toward other friends, that would be fantastic. Yeah, lead them this way. Are they getting a bit near to us? They're over that side, so they are going to come. The only annoying thing is they're going to come round here, look. But yeah, we can stand here and shoot at them as they come round the corner, hopefully. But yeah, hopefully they'll be done by 7 o'clock. I don't want them to interrupt our lovely dance party. That would ruin things, wouldn't it? That would make it a bit sad. Oh no! Oh, Flathead friend. We've got a dead Draca there. And now they're being eaten. Oh, that's a bit sad. Okay, at least we're down to 16 enemy animals. I think one of the explosive Scarabei got taken out. Okay, there we go. Hang on. Something was bleeding out in 12 hours, it said there. Okay, so one of the other bugs is also injured, which is good. That's good for us. Not so good for them, of course, but it's quite good for us. Right. Okay, so I think the solar panel is being done. This is fantastic. So yeah, it's lovely and sunny right now. It normally is around here. Right, that should be charging up the battery nice and quick. So plus 54. So I would like to think that throughout the day, we should be able to fill the battery up. So even if there isn't a thunderstorm, the sort of power can last overnight. I would like that to be the case. We've got some lovely flooring in here, look. It's a proper kitchen in here now. It's wonderful. We do, however, need a light. We need to get a light into there. So hang on a minute. Let's get ourselves... what are these? Are they ceiling lamps? I'm not quite sure. They are ceiling lamps. They don't look like as advertised over here. Look, hang on. Light and heat. The ceiling lamp here has got a lovely kind of... sort of, you know, like a lamp shade to it, I suppose, like a lamp surround. Whereas they don't. They're just like I don't know, like a bare light bulb hanging down off the ceiling. But, okay, that's a bit of a shame. I think then, yeah, put one of those in here. Look, just drop that in. It's got to be a good thing, just to make the room a little bit brighter. Food is looking good. Got emergency rations in there and soup and everything else. Okie doke, right, so the big thing now really is the attack by the angry animals. Okay, so we'll tick time on until they begin to get grumpy with us and come and try to kill us a bit. Okay, there we go. The insects are on their way. We've drafted everybody. Everybody's now up here on our little kind of defensive platform. Not ideal, not perfect, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. So let's try to get everybody sort of out over here. So can you walk to the edge? Yes. Okay, Nova, can you walk to here, Nova? So you've got a bit more of an angle going on. And then Talas, come forward as well. And then Annette, I know you don't like fighting, but you might have to do some fighting. So here we go. Right, so we can pick on them. I mean, this is quite good, look. We can pick on them from up on high. And hopefully, before they get to us, we can... Oh, okay. Right, Ember is quite injured. They're up here now, but the little ones can't get to us, look. I don't think the little ones can actually get up here. The pulse rifle is doing a good job at stunning them, look. They're just kind of all hanging around. A couple of injuries. I think Ember might be sort of injured. Not terribly. I think she might be a little bit unwell, but okay. Right. Okay, we've fended that attack off. We do have some medical attention to go and sort out. What is the nature of your medical emergency? Please tell me. You've got a slash to your arm and a slash to your torso. Because, yeah, you got attacked by a big thing with gigantic scissor hands. Okie doke, that makes perfect sense. Right, so grab all of the things over here. So scissor hands, butcher, Scarabei, butcher, explosive ones, butcher. That's fantastic. There's one over here as well. Butcher that too. And of course, they can go in the freezer. The meat can last for absolutely ages. Somebody go and treat Ember, please. Oh, Nova. Nova also needs a little bit of treatment. Vanessa, this is your #1 job. Why is Talas doing this? I don't understand that in this game. Vanessa's #1 thing is to go and heal people, but she's not, and instead other people are doing it. Okay, that's all fine. Right, I think everyone's okay. People are recovering. Oh, there's a big dead bug there. The only good bug is a dead bug. Right, okie dokie. There we go. Another attack fended off, and then hopefully, maybe by the time of the next attack, we might be able to get at least a little bit of a trap corridor set up. Yeah, come on, I need to know how big the automated turrets are. Without that knowledge, I can't really build anything and plan ahead. I need to know how big they are to try and factor that into our design over here. So if you could hurry up and do that research, that would be fantabulous. Although hold that thought, because right now it's music night. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's happening. Vanessa is ravenously hungry. You could go and do some eating, Vanessa. Instead of researching, you could have some food. I know it's a crazy idea. Annette's gathered for the celebration. Ember's playing darts. And Annette is attending the music night. Nova is at the music night. She's playing. I don't know why Vanessa isn't playing. Vanessa's just enjoying the music night, look. She's just having a fun old time. This is great. Look, Talas is dancing. Talas is dancing. I think Ember's also attending. Not really into dancing, Ember. Gonna try and sort of feel the rhythm a bit there, Ember. Vanessa is at the risk of a meltdown. Doesn't look it. Doesn't look it. Vanessa's having a wonderful time. That is not the action of somebody who's going to have a meltdown. Unless she's disguising it very, very well, possibly. Yeah, Vanessa, do you want to play an instrument? Because when you play, everybody gets happy about that. But look, they're all here. They're all here having a lovely time. This is fantastic. Okay, there we go. All doing a spot of dancing. I mean, yeah, I don't know if anybody's particularly brilliant at dancing. I can't talk, though. Oh, I've got 7 left feet. I can't dance at all. So, yeah, do you know what, you lot? Enjoy. Party away. Why not bring some snacks? Bring some snacks over, maybe. Have some lovely pie, if there's any made. Oh, there we go. They had a fun little music night, and it's made them all a bit happier. That's wonderful. Ember just kind of hanging around at the end of the night there. Just, you know, making the party go a little bit longer. That's okay. And Talas frantically trying to do that research. Okay. I'm determined to get that research done. So we're going to run time on as long as we need to get this done. It might be that just, you know, things are happening. Oh, I forgot to send Nova on the expedition. Hang on. How long's that expedition going to be around for? Another 2 days. Okay. Right, so speed time on overnight. First thing in the morning, Nova has some food, and then we'll send Nova away to look at whatever that thing was. Some sort of crash spaceship bit again, wasn't it? But okie doke. Right, you lot, it's all miserable, it's all raining. If you could go inside and not get killed by lightning, that would be grand. Right, okay, Annette, what did I just say? I said, hey, go inside and don't get hit by lightning. And what didn't you do? You didn't go inside, and what happened? You got hit by lightning. Okay, Annette is down, everybody. Annette is down. She was in the middle of farming. I think she was harvesting, possibly. And now she's been hit by lightning. Okay, can somebody help? Is anybody going to help? Okay, Vanessa, I might need to wake you up. You might need to go over here and, hang on. Carry her. But yeah, I mean, carry her to safety anyway. Put her in bed, possibly, would be a good idea, wouldn't it? So come on, rescue Annette. She's not in a good way. Right, so haul her this way. Nobody else get hit by lightning, please, because that would be really terrible. Right, so pop her in there. No. Now, can you please treat her, or is there no treatment for this? Lightning strike, just temporary loss of consciousness. You should possibly not be out in a thunderstorm. Can we issue a rule for that? Is it like a sort of a camp rule that if there is a thunderstorm and you're not within range of a lovely lightning rod, can you just stay indoors? That would be quite a good rule. I'd like to enforce that, please. But I suspect nobody's going to listen. Never mind. Right. Okie dokie. So 56% of the way getting through the automated turrets, but it's morning time. Nova, how are you looking in terms of all of your things? Okay, you're not very well rested. You're not very well rested at all. But we are going to send you away anyway. I do apologise. Have a nap in the balloon on the way. I'm sure that won't be a terrifying experience. Right, spaceship junk, Nova, send expedition. Yeah, go and have a look at what that is. Because it might be another useful thing. It might be like that other thing we just found, the orbital communication array or whatever it was. It might be like that. In fact, what is that? Just some... Oh, it's just some fabric lying on the floor. Okie doke, wonderful. But look, the light's on in the kitchen. There we go. So we can see what we're doing in the kitchen now, which is good. And then, yeah, look at that. They're cooking. Hang on, what are you cooking? You're cooking. Are you cooking something different? Are you cooking one of the stews? That would be brilliant if you were. Hang on. What did you just make? It looked delicious. It was porridge, wasn't it? It was porridge. Okay, now you're making meat soup, which again is good, but we want you to make other things. Please make the nice things, the delicious goodies. There's so many lovely things and you're just not making them. Please make the nice things. Okay, Nova's arrived at the crashed spaceship thingamajig. What do we find? There are some debris here, but I didn't see anything particularly interesting. The crash site is still burning and dangerous to work with, so I'll make note of the location for future visits. The game told us to specifically hurry up and get there, because otherwise there'll be nothing left. And now we get there and she's gone, oh yeah, it's a bit hot and a bit dangerous. We'll come back later. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. That might have been a complete waste of everybody's time. Okay, Nova, come back then. I apologise about that. But you know, it was worth a look, wasn't it? Okay, a little bit of time has passed by. Nova's come back from her trip. I think Vanessa's intelligence went up, which is pretty good. Ember's farming skill went up, which is wonderful. However, now there is another thunderstorm. So again, I repeat, if we could all not get hit by lightning, that would be brilliant. That would be super, super good. I mean, yeah, if we can all hang around near the lightning rods, that would be fantastic. Annette's got the right idea there, because there's a lightning rod right there. Now she's indoors, even better. I suspect, however, she's going... Oh, is she cooking? Is she cooking? I'm not quite sure. Annette is now sitting. She is not. She's going to be doing some sitting. Okay, but again, you're all outside. You're all outside in a thunderstorm. Can you all go indoors, please? I mean, under this roof is okay. Under this roof is fine. We do need to get this bit put together over here, really, don't we? We are 83% of the way through the automated turrets. I know at the start of this video I said, yeah, we're going to work on defence. And all we did was take out a bit of wall over here and finish a bit of wall over here. So really, we haven't done that much at all. But we have been sort of hampered by the lack of knowledge of automated turrets. So we're going to save the wood to build our little kind of defensive trap corridor thing over here. Our first bit of initial defences. I might not be able to get it all done initially, but I shall give it a jolly good go. But yeah, really, I do want to get that bit put together as well. I want to get this bit built over here, because then we can have a little kind of dining area in here. We can put the darts in here and the punch bag thing, and they can all come in here and not spend so much time outside. That would be the ultimate goal, but we can't do it right now. So, okay, right. Run time on. 83% of the way through automated turret research. Come on, folks. Come on. By the end of tomorrow, hopefully we can have that done. Hang on a second. I think we might have 5 pieces of electronics. I think I just saw somebody drop a bit off over here. And yeah, look at that. We've got 5 electronics, which means I think we can build another battery, which is wonderful. Yes, look at that. We can get one done. I think I saw a message earlier on saying that that battery is full. Yeah, 1,000 out of 1,000 charge. So all the power that we're generating now via what remains of the sunlight, looks a little bit dark to me, but via what remains of the light and also the wind turbine here, that isn't going anywhere. It's just being wasted. We're not storing it. So I think we get another battery in, and that means that we can store even more power, which means that we're more likely to keep the lights on all the time and the fridge is working and we can have more things powered. I think that's what we go for. It is quite a lot of our batteries. It's quite a lot. Hang on. What do we need to build turrets? It's 1 CPU core. We have 7 and 50 alloys. Okay, got some of those. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, let's get a battery in. Get a battery. So I think, yes, we'll pop the battery. Maybe, hang on, rotate it round, because that's a stupid place for it. I mean, which way round? Is there a front of the battery? I don't really know which way round the front is. I think the lights do light up to indicate how full the battery is. If we put it there, look. Pop the battery right there. I don't think it matters that it's outside. I don't think it cares too much. And then, if we could, get another lightning rod and put that maybe over... Yeah, if we put that there, look, that protects that bit of the base. So really, the only bit of the base then that would be unprotected is pretty much where Annette got hit down in that field. And maybe the corner of that field there. Botherations. Okay, never mind. So yeah, if we put that there, look, that can protect out to sort of over there. We might need a little bit more lightning protection over here when the trap corridor is in. When, yeah, that magic moment happens at some point. But yeah, if we put that there, and also that, if that gets hit by lightning, we'll charge that battery up a bit. Wonderful. Right, okay, Yoko reached combat 2 as well. That's never a bad thing. Right, okay, 96% of the way through, 97%. Is Vanessa going to finish the research, or is she going to bail just before it's completed? Botherations. Right, okay, right, let's run through an entire night shift. Let's let them go to bed, wake up, have breakfast, and hopefully somebody can just go and tie up the final bits of loose ends on researching automated turrets. Oh, hang on, no, Talas is doing it. Talas is doing a little bit of late night research. A little bit of late night research, but no, Talas! Go back, finish it off, Talas. Finish it off. And there we go. Automated turrets is done. Oh, thank goodness for that. Right, first things first, choose the next bit. First things first, press the right button, Penge. Choose the next bit of research. What do we want to go for now? I mean, given that we are trying to get ourselves a lot of power, and we're building more batteries and solar panels and everything else, I think maybe an advanced research desk that then gives access to all these things a little bit quicker would probably not be a bad thing. That would be no bad thing at all. Everything else, I think we can live without. I mean, these things are all useful. The night goggles and the signal flares, they're quite handy things to take with us on trips and things, but I think, yeah, if we get an advanced research desk, what is that? Force field barriers. Let's imagine two metal pylons shooting directed energy waves several times per second at each other. Okay, right, everyone, imagine that. Imagine two metal pylons shooting directed energy waves several times per second at each other. Have you got that? Hold that thought. Such an electromagnetic barrier will be practically impenetrable. The system will increase its power consumption according to the mass trying to penetrate it. Of course, such a barrier will be an immense drain on the power grid. Okay, so it's a force field, but things are going to try and walk through it and get a bit injured as they do so. Okay, maybe not that. I don't think we go for that. Let's go for the advanced research desk. 12 hours until that's done. Right, and now finally we can look over here. Although I don't think we're going to get that much done with it, but we can look over here with defense. So, automated turrets, so machine gun, a missile launcher, or a laser. Right, okay, there are a variety of these. I mean, a machine gun one, we could have different ones. If my plan comes together, we could have different ones. A machine gun would be quite good. That'd be quite good. Again, I don't really know what... I mean, I assume different ones work better against different things. So how big are they? Okay, it's just one by one. I could have done something with this already, game. Botherations. Okay, so a one by one little shooty turret thing. Right you are. So let's try and plan this out a bit then. So I want a little gap. Possibly over here, so a doorway, like a gate type thing. But not an actual gate, just an opening. So if it's an opening, that means that all of the bugs and insects and things are going to come through toward that opening. But then, yeah, we build them a little kind of corridor to make them run around quite a lot, which would be quite fun. So hang on, I've got my little drawing here. I've actually really genuinely drawn it out, and I've written base on it. So, okay, let's see if I can make this work. This might not work, and it might require a lot of rejigging, and hopefully it won't take ages, because I fear that if it does, this video is going to go on for about 3,000 years. But let's try and get this done. So, defense, get some fortifications, and we'll have some good old high-up wooden fortifications. So, I think we're going to have... Yeah, we want the insects to come through here, so a little bit of a gap, and then we're going to have a bit in the middle where we're going to have some turrets, and then another bit of a gap where they're going to walk along. So maybe up to about there, possibly. So a little bit like that. But this is sort of, the opening is going to be sort of over here somewhere. There is logic to this madness here. This is what we're going to try and do. And then, if we get the opening to the thing, sort of, hang on. How am I going to do this bit? So then I'd like a turret here and a tower, possibly. I think the towers are also, they are one by one, aren't they? Oh no, they're not. They're not. They're a little bit bigger. They sit on a... Do they sit on a 3x3? It looks like they're 3x3. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. That's okay. So I think if we have... Yeah, wall going across there then. And then I want to get a tower and a little turret thing over here. And then have a kind of a bit in the middle to block them up. Hang on. Let's see if I can draw this out. So we just want a regular fence. I think that things can't walk through the fences. Hopefully they can't. I'll find out, I suppose, when things do hop over the fence. That might be a bit of a problem. I mean, is anything tougher than the others? Poles. So a little kind of pole fence. Yeah, okay, we'll go for that, look. So if we've got a hole in the wall here, and then want the bugs to come through, so they need a couple of spaces to run through. So then I think we've got a 3x3 tower over here and a wall, and a little gap for the bug. So if we put a thing here, like that, for example, it's not very long. We might need to move this over a bit more. We might need to move that over a bit more. Hang on, let me try and outline this as best I can. because otherwise I'm going to be here trunching away going, oh, that needs to go there, oh, push it left a bit. Let me try and kind of outline it, and we'll kind of get all the blueprints down, and then I'll go through what I would like to happen with our funky sort of trap corridor type thingamajig. But yeah, it's going to take a while to get it done, so let me just kind of get it all down, and then we'll discuss. And there we go, it's done. Behold the mighty plan of a thing that might be a really good idea, or it might be a really terrible idea. I have no idea which one it's going to be, because we've never done this in the game before, and I don't know how it works. So let's go and take a look at what I'm actually proposing here, and then hopefully some of you can look at it and go, that's a really good idea, or you can look at it and go, no, that's an awful idea, don't do that, that's going to result in certain death. So over here, we have a gap into the base, and that's the only open kind of way in. So as far as I understand it, the bugs should make their way to that gap, but as we can see here, they have to go through this little kind of trap corridor type thing. They have to come in here and then go either that way or that way. But you'll notice over here that we've got towers, so we can put our people in the towers, and the towers are behind a little low wall, which is quite handy. So the people can fire at the baddies from up here, and then you'll notice that we do have a lot of armchairs dotted around. Now, I don't intend to give the invading beasties loads of lovely, comfortable seating arrangements. These are to mark where the turrets are going to go. But I didn't want to put them all down because they might start building them, and that will be a bit of an issue. So we can have some turrets here, look. I don't know if we have to raise them up a little bit. I don't know if the turrets poke over the top of the low walls or not, but I'm not quite sure. But a couple of turrets here maybe, some turrets in the middle, and really, if we wanted to, we could just fill that with all sorts of turrets. Again, I don't know how the turrets work. They might not be allowed to be too close to another one, I'm not sure. But, I mean, yeah, if we could fit 4 in the middle there, that'd be quite good. Put a power pole type thing here. We connect into one over there. That'd be okay to power everything up. And then get some flamethrowers in the corners, possibly. Again, not quite sure how that works. And I think that should be okay. So if we have a number of turrets in the middle there that can constantly fire at things as they come this way, and then we've got people up in the towers firing at the baddies as they sort of walk around the corners, and then some here firing at them as they sort of come into the trap corridor, surely that should be enough. It's going to require a ludicrous amount of power, but this is kind of, you know, the dream scenario, if you like. This has got lots of turrets in. I don't think we're going to be able to get that many turrets unless we have some sort of gigantic solar farm going on. But yeah, maybe we'll get to that point. I do not know, but that's the plan. Now, is that a good plan? Is it a bad plan? I don't know, but that's the current plan. Okay, take that wall down. Take that wall down so they can, of course, get to here and then build these, I don't know, restock the turrets with, I don't know, fuel or whatever they need, bullets, I'm not quite sure. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to try and do. Also, yeah, there's a little gate there, so we can get in here and look after these as well if we have to do repairs or whatever. So that's what I was thinking. That's what I drew out on my little bit of paper. So that might be good. It might be bad. I really don't know. But yeah, that's what we're going to go with. I think that's going to be the plan. It is going to require an awful lot of wood. There's a lot of wood going on. There's a lot of wood structures happening. Everything is wood, wooden towers. I think the wooden towers are 50 apiece. So 200 of our wood there has gone on the towers. So yeah, we're going to need probably at least, what I'm guessing here, I don't know, 700 wood possibly, 800 wood to get that done. And one thing I don't know is whether the insects can leap over the little barriers, or whether there are bigger insects that can knock them down or whatever. I do not know. That is something we're going to have to find out. But that's what we might run with initially. And we can always change it around a little bit. And yeah, there's the option to put more kind of turrets and towers in over here if we need to. So yeah, I think it's a relatively flexible plan if it works. So please let me know in the comments, is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I really don't know. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And I think with that done, what we'll do is, hang on. First thing we'll do, we'll take out the chairs, because otherwise I'll forget that, and then they'll run around building a load of armchairs everywhere, which would be a bit of a nuisance. Although, actually, hang on. One thing we are going to do, if we just get rid of all the armchairs, 2 construction sites, get rid of those, get rid of that and that. Somebody does like an armchair. Is it Talas? Talas, are you a fan of an armchair? You love relaxing in armchairs. Talas, which is your room? That's Yoko's, that's Ember's, that's Vanessa's. Talas, over here, we're going to put an armchair in your room so you can have a lovely sit down and a bit of a relax, and that'll make you a bit happy. As a final thing to do in this video, that's what we're going to do, a lovely cloth armchair. And we'll just put that, do you know what, let's put it there, look. If we put it there, and then you can sit and look out the window and just see what's going on. You can look at you can look at the power pole, which probably isn't great, but do you know what? It's better than nothing. It's better than crashing in a spaceship and dying, isn't it? So there you go. You've got a lovely chair and you can look out the window and see what's going on. And with that done, we will wrap things up for now, and we'll come back next time and see how we get on with this load of old ridiculous tosh we've outlined here, because it's very ambitious and I'm not sure it's going to work, but we are going to give it a jolly good go and hope that it all kind of pans out okay. We are going to need a lot more power to do that, to get all the kind of turrets and things in, but at least we can now build turrets. At least we can get that done. So I think, yeah, maybe our focus next time has to be on getting the other battery set up, which is actually, hang on. Can we complete the battery? Ticked on 1,001 wood. Okay, a little bit more than the 700 I guessed, whatever it was. We need 1,001 wood. Okay, that's quite a lot, but there we go. So the lightning rod is done and the new battery is in as well, which is fantastic. So there we go. So with that done, we might be able to possibly then begin to use the rest of our electronics on making more things to generate electricity to then power up the batteries. So then we can keep our defences up and running all the time. We might think about some sort of like solar shielding and stuff like that as well. But I think that's a pretty good point to leave it. We'll come back next time and just see whether all this load of old nonsense works or whether it doesn't. I know where my money would go on that particular situation. But there we go, finish things up for now. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Stranded Alien Dawn. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. You know, I'm brilliant at doctoring. I'm very good at all that kind of stuff. But we have got a flashy lights Nino machine, which is all very exciting. It's Kite Club, that's what it is. It's Kite Club. It's the craze at sweeping the hospital. Everyone loves a kite now. Stay with us, Mr. Anderson. We all know what comes next. Say it along with me. We have to go over to the Wheel of Names.